Hi everyone, good morning. Hope you are all doing great. So I think we can start our session for today. I typed the topic of discussion in the chat box, which is building self-confidence. Before we start, I wanted to ask if you can turn on your cameras and uh, help us start the session. So the topic of today is building self-confidence, which is, I think, an important thing in your way to success, having self-confidence. So and I think it's about believing on yourself. It's about understand your abilities, and it helps you achieve your goals, I think. And the first important thing I think is that you have to understand what is confidence. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's not about don't face any failure. It's not about having all the answers. It's about believing in yourself. It's about understanding your strengths, understanding your abilities, and understand and acknowledge your weaknesses, and a trust in yourself that you can always do better, you can overcome challenges, you can learn and grow your abilities. So it's I think the self-confidence comes from self-acceptance, that you accept yourself the way that you are. It gives you, I think it's what gives you confidence, because it's not about being perfect and having no weaknesses or things like that. And also, I think for having self-confidence, first thing is to overcome self-doubt. It's something really natural that for everyone may experience this at the moment, that you feel uncertain, you feel uh, you fear about different things, you fear about yourself and things that you cannot do, I don't know, a task or something. But it's important because it's something that will happen for everyone. It's not you cannot say you have to avoid that, but it's important that acknowledge that feeling, but don't let it you know get ahead of you. Don't let it hold you back. So what I can say, I think success is what gives you confidence is success and achievement. When you have achievement, when you have success on something, you have more self-confidence. You are more, certain about yourself. And but for having achievement, you have to have goals. You have to set goals for yourself, and the goals have to be measurable. The goals have to be achievable, so it doesn't um, it helps you uh, um, have confidence, because sometimes you um, set some goals that you are not likely to achieve them, or they are um, big ones. It's good to have big goals, but I think you have to um, break them to a small goals, a small steps, and then try to achieve those. So I think and it's important to understand whenever you face failure, whenever something goes wrong, you have to know that it's not the failure is not opposite of confidence. It doesn't mean that you have to lose your self confidence, because you can think of it as a stepping stone to success. You can think of a failure as an opportunity to learn. And when something happens, when something goes wrong, you can reflect on what went wrong, what you could do better, and how you could, what your approach could have been, that the failure doesn't happen. So it doesn't mean that you have to, no, it's not, you have to think less of yourself, or, let your confidence and just disappear, because every failure is an opportunity to grow. You can analyze what you have done, what decision you could make that it doesn't have to happen. So it helps you move forward. And yeah, I think these are the things that I think about building confidence. Also, the environment that you have among yourself is really important. You have people around you that uh, help you in this way, help you have self-confidence. Kind of you have to have a supportive environment. I don't know, friends, mentors, or ones who believe in you and believe in your potential. So I think people around you are important also. And yeah, that's what I think about this topic. And I would like to hear your thoughts and ideas, especially those who haven't participated in these sessions. I would like to hear from all of you. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone.
I know.
So for me, I can start with like building self-confidence. So it's not something that uh just be able to skyrocket like just within a single day. Like for me, I can say it take time for us all here to be able to be that kind of self-confidence that we are seeking. Like for instance, it's like a dedicated effort that each and every one of us here needs to make in our daily activities, not just like once in a while thing. It's like an habit. You try all possible ways for you to deal with it. So for me, it starts with your daily activities, your daily habit. How are you setting up your daily routine? Because it's about your daily routine. From then, in terms of you setting realistic daily routine or realistic goals, then it can enable you to build your confidence. And if you start winning, if you set like a target, you have a smaller target that you're setting each and every day, then you're accomplishing them automatically. I don't believe the confidence will be with you, like, okay, you know what, this and this I've accomplished this. So you'll have a boost for you to set more realistic goals, and for you to you'll have the confidence, because why you have the confidence, because you have set up something and then you accomplish it. That's where it starts. So you start with setting realistic goals and achievable goals. Another thing is, again, it's about we all will have a negative thought. We have a pulling down syndrome within us, like, oh, telling yourself, I'm not good at doing this negative thought that we have. I'm not capable of doing this thing. I cannot do this, all of these things. And if they build up, it decreases your confidence in whatever thing that you want to do. And I do believe if you try to replace this self-sabotage, I can say, this negative thoughts within yourself, then it will enable you to be able to come up with positive affirmation to your life. Positive affirmations like you telling yourself, you know what, I can do this, irrespective of what it takes. I can be able to accomplish this task. I can, all of this affirmation. And you setting yourself, you are setting, for me, if I can say, if you are feel, or your thoughts are just full into negative, you are setting yourself up for failure. Irrespective of the self-confidence that you want to build or whatsoever, you are setting yourself for failure, because you already have to tell yourself, you know what, I cannot be able to do this. and I will not be able to accomplish this. It's like you have set yourself like a step closer to your failure. But if you have the kind of zeal, the power, the willingness to say, okay, you know what, I can do this, irrespective of the odds, whatever odds that is coming through you, you'll be able to set, then you're able to accomplish and have a positive affirmation. And this positive affirmation will lead you to boost your confidence, and then it will enable you to have the confidence that you need. Another thing again is about each and every one we know we need to embrace what we call learning, because why most of us our will the confidence we lack self-confidence is because maybe what we are doing we do not know how to do them. So the mere fact that we do not know, then the confidence for us to take the risk, or to for us to start and have the confidence in terms of pursuing what we want, it will be very difficult. So we need to embrace what we call learning. Learning is very important. And another thing again that for me, I can always say like it's a big thing. I even write it on my wall. It's on my wall. I wrote it there. Each and every one of us here, we need to take good care of ourselves. Taking good care of yourself is like it's like a king for me. I can say, because if you are too exhausted in whatever thing that you are doing, then I don't think you will have the confidence of you doing something, because your mental, the mental health issue that each and every one of us will have the kind of thing. So, but you need to take good care of yourself. Like you need to involve in activities that will enable you to be kind of that will boost your mental health. But your well-being, sorry, that will boost your well-being in terms of exercise. You will see that, oh, these things are just smaller things to do, but they mean a lot in terms of us building our self-confidence. I believe they can help us. So I can say you need to embrace learning. That's a key. And then you need to take good care of yourself here, number one. And also, you need to set some realistic goals, and then your thoughts need to be positive, because if you have negative thoughts, automatically your confidence will diminish. So for you not to enable your thoughts to be diminished, you need to come up with positive affirmation that will lead you closer to your goals, affirmation that will enable you to achieve some of the things that you want. So for me, this is my own take on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Noah. Thank you for contribution. If anyone else wants to go ahead and share their thoughts, feel free. Okay, I'm waiting for anyone who wants to talk about building self-confidence, especially those who haven't participated in our meetings. We would like to hear from you.
Hello.
Hi,
Um,
Sylvia.
Hi. Let me just put one point up first about the topic, about building self-confidence. I'll talk about the people around us. If you have positive people around you, the circles you work with, if they are positive and they encourage you, they motivate you, it builds your confidence. But if you have negative people around you and they demotivate you, like, you can't do this, that is so high for you, you cannot do it, then you will become demotivated. That will lower your self-esteem as well. If you have people who encourage you, to push you, to challenge yourself, to go an extra mile, to work harder, it will build your self-confidence. And also, your mindset as well. It helps you build your self-confidence, because everything starts with the mind. If your mind says negative thoughts about you, if you are negative about yourself, then you will not have the confidence that you need. You'll ever be on the other side. But then if your mind is set on something, it will help you grow. You will grow interest in something, and that will build your self-confidence. Yeah, that is it.
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you for contribution. Yeah, the environment around you is really important because we encourage you to move forward. Yeah, that's a really, really good point. Thank you. Anyone else wants to go ahead and share? Anyone?
Good morning, everyone. I hope
Morning,
you're doing well.
Alice.
Yeah, good morning. I want to just contribute to what has already been said. I think most of the people have, said it all. But for me, I just want to come in and say that, self-confidence does not, of course, just to repeat, it does not come overnight. It is a process, and you reach there by, experiencing both success and failure. Yeah, so you cannot build self-confidence in one day or even just 1 week. Yeah, you need to actually be willing to try, to learn, improve yourself, welcome criticism, and also acquire new skills and knowledge whenever possible. So that's how you build your self-confidence. Even when you fail, like most of the people have already said, you should be able to pick something to learn from the failure, and understand where maybe you went wrong, where did you not do well, and find out new ways to improve on whatever it is you failed at this time. How do you improve? How do you become better, in the future? And when you already know this, it gives you the confidence that you can address any challenge, and you can think outside the box, probably, to come up with solutions to any challenge. That's how you build your confidence, not because you're always succeeding, not because you're always right. Like Sepide said, it's not about being perfect at something. It's not about being always right, having all the answers, but also knowing that even when you have not, addressed something correctly, you are able to actually work on it to be better. You're able to accept the mistake or the error or the failure without feeling discouraged. You're able to use that failure as an opportunity for you to do better next time. Yeah. So I think that's how you build your self-confidence, like they've all said, and it's what I wanted to also just contribute. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you for your contribution. So anyone else has anything to share about this topic, about building confidence?
Yeah, good morning, all. Thank you for this
Morning.
topic today. Building confidence, just like Alit said, it's a process. It doesn't come in one day, and you've got to work on it. Because if you keep hiding, if you keep away from reality, from the truth, then you're going to keep away forever. And that's not the way to go, because you're always going to be faced with so say in this sort of business, in this sort of profession, you're always going to be faced with challenges, with customers, with colleagues, and you've got to answer questions, you've got to produce reports, that sort of thing. So if you are not confident, even the customer straight away looks at you and realizes this is not the right person. I'm not even sure whether what he's telling me is right. So how do we work on it? You've got to stand and be counted. Say in these sessions which we have, you've got to come up, we've got to come up, we've got to think, we've got to bring our points across. We've got to be ready to challenge and be challenged. And it's okay. You don't have to be right. But when you are challenged, then you realize where you stand on a particular point, and then you can put your point across. You can explain yourself, and then after that discussion, you don't remain the same. There's a bit of confidence which comes into you. You start feeling your ability to explain, to express yourself, to bring your point across, to teach people what you know, and learn from them as well, from the challenges which they can bring across. So this comes with good communication as well. If you can communicate, if you can explain, that really brings out of confidence. I was talking to somebody yesterday and they said, if you can explain something to a kid and they understand, that means you also understand it very well. But if you can, if you try to explain something and they don't understand, they can't get it, that means you need to do some work on it. Because you don't understand it as well if you cannot explain it. So we really need to work on that. And that comes with sort of good communication. The other thing is seeking advice or reviewing your maybe your work with your supervisor, because here we are we do work for in different sectors. If you're in audit or tax or whatever, and after what you've done, maybe seek to know whether you've done it properly with your supervisor, with your leader, and I think it brings a lot of confidence when they say, oh, yeah, this is well done. This is a good presentation. Or you haven't done it properly. But if you change A, B, C, D, that is going to help you a lot. I think after that, you don't remain the same. So in this sort of environment where we are, we should always seek to understand, to learn more, use the internet as well. There are so many resources which we can use to improve ourselves. Mola mainly, I don't want to say this, but he many times says, be emotionally involved. Think about what you are doing. Feel it. If you are working for a supplier, for a customer, sorry. Yeah, I mean, try to know what they do. What's their background information? What are their real activities? And how can their activities, my understanding of their activities, help me improve them or help them, whatever. So that emotional affiliation with the customer, I think also brings a lot of confidence, because the customer will feel that you exactly understand what they're about and what they want to do, and you are the right person to deal with them. The other one is focus on your strength. We all have different strengths and we have weaknesses as well, but try to just improve on your strength. If your strength is in, I don't know, tax or speaking to people or whatever it is, you already know that in this field, I think I'm better than in the other field. So let's try to focus very much on that and improve it as much as we can. Then there are times when we are going to face a customer. Get ready, practice if you have to. Yeah, look at your report, go through it, and exactly how you are going to go about it. Read through it very carefully. Start thinking of the question the customer is going to pose. And before they even pose those questions, you already have the answers. So how confident will you be? You're going to be really, really confident in that sort of environment. Then keep learning and keep growing. There are so many books about confidence, building confidence. Let's try and find them and read about them and share if you have anything which you feel the team doesn't have. That will also help our confidence. Thank you very much. That's my take.
Robert, thank you for all the contributions. And anyone else wants to go ahead and add anything to our topic? The last chance. Yes, sure, Kelvin. You can go ahead and share.
Okay. Thank you. That's a beautiful morning, and it's exciting to take this topic about building self-confidence. Taking into consideration all what the rest of us have discussed, there is something that I just want to contribute on the table here. That one thing that also helps you to build self-confidence is when you do regular self. You can make use of the tools that available. You can do the 360 self appraisal. That is getting to know yourself all through from all the angles. And you can also try to use also the Johari's window, where you get to know, you interact with others, that is with your peers also, you interact with your seniors, you interact with those people also under you, so that you're able to understand there's some things that you know about yourself and other people don't know, and there's some things that other people know about you and you don't know yourself. So the moment you try to interact with them and have that self-evaluation, you'll be able to narrow down and reduce that window where you know about the blind spot, the things, because other people, there could be some other weaknesses that you don't know about you, but your people or your colleagues are able to take note about it. So, you know, when you do a frequent self appraisal, especially in terms of our work relation where we interact with our colleagues, those people that we're in the same line, we interact with those people who are also our supervisors, then I think it's something that is going to help you build self-confidence. This will help you basically identify your weaknesses and close on the blind spots. And it will also help you to, you know, when you put your mind and soul in whatever you're doing, it builds the self-confidence. And also want to add another point that for you to have self-confidence is something that, okay, most people don't like, but it's something that you can really appreciate. Be that person who is ready to accept to be criticized. Don't be, you know, you need to be ready to be criticized and take those criticism positively, and at, don't look down on yourself, but be ready to move positively with that. At the end of the day, that will help you to communicate well. That will help you also to express yourself well. And lastly, is that be someone who is consultative. You know, don't just get attached and you're down on that path. But really not on, you know, it helps you to, you know, increase that energy in whatever you're doing. Because I hope you are listening to me. You know, we don't live with that attitude of know it all, because we cannot, we've never exhausted the knowledge and wisdom. But day by day, through interaction and consultation, we get to grow. Thank you, Shakadi.
Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you for your contribution. And also, yeah, okay, thanks. I think if no one else wants to add anything, we can end our session for today. Okay, if all of us are good, that's okay. Thank you for listening and thank you for all your contributions.